Okay, hey everyone. This is my name's Jason, and I've picked my first video to talk about sort of a topic that isn't really talked about, and when it is, I don't think it's talked about the right way, and that's self-harm. It's sort of something that I've gone through for about a month or so now, and it's pretty tough. Something that, like I said, I started about a month ago, and it's a huge change. A lot of people. It's sort of a thing that it doesn't just affect you, it affects one hell of a lot of people. I mean, it sometimes changes who you are, how you act, and how you think, and it sort of changes how a lot of people think of you in a way when you think you could talk to them. I mean, some people you can talk to, um, I mean, if you're worried about it, you try and talk to others, or at least I do anyway, and some people sort of will take it the right way. I mean, then you find out some people have done it as well, especially for me while I'm at school. Others don't take it the right way at all, and it's almost offensive. You get really angry about what they've said, and it sort of leads it to worse situations. I suppose with self harm, for me, it's a coping mechanism, as a lot of other videos have said it, and I'll happily say it too. It's a coping mechanism. I mean, you know, the thing I've learned is that if you think about it, a lot of people drink, a lot of people smoke, a lot of people even take drugs, although it's wrong by law, but a lot of people take drugs. And I'd say self harm is another one of those things, just to cope with life, to sort of get rid of your worries, and to make you sort of just to make things feel better. Um, it just depends on the person themselves why they do it. For me, it was too much stress at school. I'm still at school right now. Well, not right now, right now, you know what I mean. And studying for my AS levels, and one particular subject has really taken me overboard. I mean, all the things that have been set, all the things the two teachers in that particular subject expect me to do, it's just too much. And it got really over the top, and I felt like I couldn't get any help. I felt like every time I tried to do my best, I came back with my homework and it was just all red, in terms of corrections. And in the end, I couldn't hack it, and it led me to cutting. And that's sort of my way of doing it. I mean, others burn, others sort of, I don't know. I mean, some people if it's anything like the Da Vinci Code, I mean, I guess some people sort of whip themselves as a term of punishment. But for me, it's cutting. And to try and talk to other people about it's hard. I mean, if you're able to talk to someone about it, that's sort of the first step. I mean, you feel better that you've managed to get it off your chest at last and not really having to hide it. But I mean, the hard part is trying to know who you're going to tell. I mean, some people react great because some people you talk to have been through the same story, and you say your story, they say their story, and you can work together. And the best part is when you have some people that they don't think lesser of you for what you've done or what you're doing. And I wish there was more people in the world that could do that. That would be able to think, yes, he self-harms, but that's not a problem. Well, okay, sorry, I'll rephrase that. Yes, it's a problem, but I mean, I wouldn't think any lesser of them because of that. You know, um, that's the hard part. I mean, I wish some people would um, be able to not take self-harming as a almost a characteristic of the person and think, oh, he or she cuts. They must be a bad person. I'm not going to be friends with them. They're just the worst bit is when they say emo, and it's just emo. I mean, apparently, some people call you emo, and it's just like, you what? That's just sick in my mind. That's just not right, and I hate it when people say that. Um, I suppose for those that are watching this and do the self harm as well, I'm here for you. I'm going to be putting up my email on probably on the description of this video, as well as on the description bit about my name and who I am, and yeah, that bit. And if you want to add me, feel free, and I'll happily talk to you over MSN, and you know, we can help get through this together. You know, I'm not going to think any less of you because of it. You know, because I understand what you're going through, and those that are watching this and don't self-harm, I mean, I hope you can understand at least why why some people do it, and why some people go through what they do. Um, if you're still watching this and think, you've got a friend that you're worried about that does it, for example. You know, you've got a friend that's maybe told you that they've done it and you don't know how to react. I guess the best way to react, especially if you don't understand fully why they do it, just listen to them, let them talk. The best thing for me was being able to have someone to talk to, and let them listen to you, and it makes you just feel so much better that you can have that communication. When you feel like you can't communicate with someone, you almost feel really lonely, and that for me was also another reason why I sometimes cut as well. But that was just me. I mean, it's different for everyone. Um, Running a bit long time here. I mean, there's other things that some people do, and I guess if you're trying to stop, I guess best advice is just think about, before you cut, why are you cutting, and or burning, I should say, self-harm, sorry, and why are you going to do what you're about to do? What do you think will come out of it? What will happen afterwards? And how people will react? And in the end, do you still want to? I mean, if the answer is yes, fine. Not a problem. You're not a failure. You're never a failure. You never will be. You tried your best, and you just got to keep trying your best. You just got to keep going and keep at it. And without a doubt, there will be someone out there that's able to listen. If it has to be me, great. I'll happily listen. But you're definitely not a failure. Don't let anyone think otherwise. If you have friends that say that, then they're obviously not very good friends, are they? Are they? If people put you on the spot in front of a crowd, that's the worst thing, and it makes you feel completely crap. It does for me anyway. And email message, go away. And that's about the worst I can put it. But I mean, there's other coping mechanisms. For me, I have a punch bag now, thankfully, and I use that just to punch everything away. Sometimes a hot chocolate. I've always loved me hot chocolate, and just to lay in bed with a hot chocolate with the radio on. I don't really care what the music is. It's just the radio, and you just sit there without a care in the world. You don't think otherwise. Just all you. Make it yourself. Have a good time for yourself. I mean, if the end afterwards you still have you still have the urges to cut, then you've tried your best. But I mean, just be careful. All the rest of it. Just play it safe. I don't want serious accidents in a way, but I mean, that already. I suppose you don't need me telling you that. I'm afraid I'm running out of time or memory or whatever. So that's about as much as I can do for now, and I'm going to update as much as I can on my story and other people's views, and how I hope I can put that into help for other people as well as myself. So that's it for now. I'll update this as much as I can, and I'll be back to you as soon as possible. And I wish the best of luck to everyone as well in their lives. Those that are doing the self-harm. Good luck with stopping if you can. Those that aren't watching this, that don't do it, I mean, I hope you got a better understanding of why some people do. And if you haven't learned anything, fine. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, I guess. Bye for now.